Hello. It is Wednesday night. My name is Terry Phelps, and welcome to my stamp room. Tonight, I want to share just some of the goodies I just received from the new catalog that Stampin' Up! Is going to be putting out on May 5th, I think it is. So Stampin' Up! Made a change. There's no annual catalog any longer. There's going to be 4-month-long catalogs. So this is the first of this new rollout, and it's super fun. I cannot show you anything on the inside of the catalog yet because it is not live yet, but I can show you what I have received so far. So let me go down to my desktop. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy spring. We're getting there. I love it. So this is the new catalog. So if you would like one, feel free to reach out to me and I can get one out to you. But it's a fairly good size catalog, and it's really easy to use, and it's got everything in it. And then, of course, they'll always still have their exclusive online exclusive rollouts every, I think, a couple months and stuff. So, and there's always things online that might not be in the catalog. So just don't forget to check out online as well. But with that, because I don't want to be tempted to open it up, I'm going to get this out of the way. So it's always fun to get new products, right? And I just kind of, when I went through and bought things this time, I kind of had no like rhyme or reason. I didn't buy complete like sweets and stuff so much. I bought, bits and pieces. I was really focused for some reason on paper. So anyway, with that, so this is one of the bundles I got, and it's called Extraordinary Life, and I love it because, one, I say this all the time. I love it. I love that. I just love the hexagon feel. I love the note pad look. Just lots of fun things. This is great for like doing journaling or memory keeping, whatever. And then this is the die sets that go with it, and there's lots of fun dies in it. I love the hexagon thing, and this is so cute. It has a heart in it. And then there's another one that would fit in here, a nice little frame. You've got some flags and banners, a heart. This makes your little, it goes with the stamp with the numbers, so you could put this in your like planner and use it that way, or even just in scrapbooking or whatever. So I really like this. It's got a tab. That's really cool. I'm a huge notebook person. I swear every thing in my life has a notebook that coordinates with it. I don't know what it is. I started it a while back, and now I really love having it. I put on my notes and whatever for any like subject. So I can make my own little tabs. It's just a really awesome set. So this is called the Extraordinary Life. And then it has also a pack of paper, and this is the two-tone cardstock. And I love buying packs of two-tone cardstock because, one, I might not need like a whole pack of one color. Maybe if I have a project in mind, but these are so awesome because you get a good sample of different colors, right? And these are all really pretty. And this is the dark side. And then it's two-tone paper. and this is the lighter side. So it gives you a lot of options, you know, to use this. I mean, you could use layering with just one piece of paper, and here's your dark, and then you'll have your lighter. It doesn't show up very much that it's that different, but you really can tell there's a difference of the lighter hue to the darker. So I love getting these packs because you get, I think it's 12. Yeah, you get 12 sheets. So it's just a nice way to get your stash up. I don't buy a lot of 12 by 12 paper. I do of designer series paper, but I don't do a lot of 12 by 12 solid, you know, hues. So this is awesome. So I have that, and these, yeah, these colors are delightful daffodil to light, flirty flamingo, Lost Lagoon, petal pink, pool party, and real red. So those are the things that I have for that. I did get another pack of two-tone paper, and this is the Life in Bloom 12 by 12, and that's another suite or bundle. I did not get that yet. Again, I was just like, I want the paper. I don't know. You know, when you make an order, it's kind of like where your head's at when you're placing it, right? Or what you're in the mood for. I don't know what it is, but paper was my definite thing. So, but aren't these gorgeous colors? I love them. So this is the dark side or the lighter hue, and then this is the lighter. So you can see the difference. But I love having these packs, and they're very economical. You know, it's not a lot of, you know, I think it's $10 for these. 10 or 12. I think it's 10. And then I got the 2026 to 2028 in color pearlized specialty paper, and this is a 12 by 12. And so, yeah, so these are the new colors. And so look how pretty these are. They have a nice shimmer, and they're double-sided. So it's not like it's just one side that's pearlized. I mean, you know, I'm just saying. I was kind of surprised by that. But these are beautiful. Oh, I love this paper. It's very pretty. And these are the new colors. So cool. This is like a very pale, like pink. But, oh, they're gorgeous. So I like that because this is a way to give whatever your projects are a little shimmer, a little bling bling, right? So I got that. And then if you know me, you know I love black and white paper. I will get it every time. This is the Artesian Sketched Garden 12 by 12. And I love this. This is right up my alley. You can do so much with this. You can, you know, cut them out individually, just leave it black and white. You can do a wash with color. And so, you know, for the background, and that would just cover the whole thing, and it would be just like an artsy kind of modern like wash, right? You could do, you know, actually coloring each item any way you want to fit whatever project you're using, and use Wink Stella. I mean, you can just do so much. So this is, it's kind of like you can see it. I like the artwork. It's really fun. It's artistic. It's not, I don't know, it's just really loose and easy, and I like it. It's pretty. Polka dots. Can't go wrong. There's some more florals. And then here's some scribbles, like their leaves, like a sprig. Some more florals. They're kind of dizzy looking, right? When you're this is awesome because it's the opposite. It's got your black background and your white floral. Here's another floral. And keep in mind, this is a garden. You know, it's an artistic, like, garden designer series paper. So of course, there's lots of florals in it. Wow, that's stripes. It's not as dizzy looking when you're actually looking at it, but on the camera, it is like, wow, make you all dizzy. And then there's this one. So, and then again, this is the opposite. It's the black background with the white. So really super fun. So I had to get that. I think I got 2 of these. So again, that is the Artisan Sketched Garden 12 by 12. And then I did get one suite for sure. I did not want to miss out on this suite. It's beautiful. It's called Sunset Coast, and it has a die set and a stamp set. I love it's wherever this note finds you. The adventure continues. You brighten my day. Wishing you a lifetime of joy. Happy anniversary. Happy retirement. Congratulations. I hope it finds you happy. So wherever you go, this note finds you. I hope it finds you happy. And then these dies are incredible. I have seen some things made with this, and it's just, they're stunning. You know, you get your sailboats and your clouds. You've got a lighthouse. You've got shells. You've got birds. You've got little fence. You've got a rock formation, sailboats. You've got a nice background. It's like a net. You know, a smaller circle. I mean, it is fantastic. And wait till you see the paper that goes with this suite. It's you just, I love it. This is the embellishments. They're called Sunset Sparkle Sequins. So those are really nice, fun colors. Really love that. Really soft. Now this, the paper that's in the suite is 6 by 6. And look at this, you guys. Oh, it's got foil. Is it actually foil? I'm not really sure. It's called Scenic Coast 6 by 6, and it's a specialty paper. And look at that. It shimmers, so it looks like it's the sun or the moon or whatever you want. This one would be a sunset. It's reflecting on the water. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh. And this is the back, and that's a flat. This one, again, look how beautiful. Oh my gosh. And when you see and you put your dies on top of this and you build a scene, it's just, they're just, it's so yummy. I've already seen such gorgeous things. Here's another one. I mean, look how pretty. Does that make you want to go there? I want to be there. It reminds me of catamaraning in the Caribbean. It's just like this when you're out on the water out there. Love the colors. I love the reflection. It's so pretty. Beautiful colors, right? Oh. So I bought every pack I could buy for this. I think I have 3 of these, but love it, love it, love it. And then this suite also comes with a Sunset Shimmer Vellum. So these are vellum. They're 12 by 12s, and they have a shimmer and shine to them. And then it's flat on the back. So it's vellum, so, you'll see through, but they're just so pretty. There's that light pink. Look how gorgeous. So I received that as well. So that was that sweet. Super fun sweet. Love that one. I got, this was last month's product of the month. So if you place a $75 order, you get to pick the product of the month for $5. So this is a, what do you call it? A distinctive set. It's a 2-set stamp set. I mean, this would be like a $20 to $24 stamp set, I think, somewhere in there, right? And you get it for $5. So very exciting thing to do if you're going to place an order. We're always going to have a product of the month. Right now, this month, it is a die, and it's a really detailed, pretty die. So that's that. Then I had to get this. This is the 6x8 memory protectors pages. Now, I love doing junk journaling, and I love making small journals that I can make for my grandkids and stuff. And so this was really filling a void for me. I've got other section ones. I've got flip-flops I can put in stuff, but this is a open page, and so that was something that I was really excited to get. So I did get that. And then, I did not show you the new ink pads we have. So Stampin' Up! Has also redesigned their ink pads. And this is the new ones. Now, these right now are only coming in the new colors. Eventually, we're going to have all of our colors transferred over to this. If you can see, they stick together. They're magnetic, which is great. They're a little longer than our usual stamp pads, and they're a little narrower. Super, I love how they just, they take up less space, and I like how you open it. You don't have to fight with trying to open it. They're very easy. They stick together. You can still do your little pool and do your inking here for any brush work you want to do, like watercoloring type stuff. You can, put them together and put it down, and so your cover is always staying with your pad. And these are felt. You do have your color strips like we did in our others. So what you could do is take this little strip and put it here, because a lot of times when you have, you're working with more than one stamp and ink color, you don't necessarily remember what color that was, right? I mean, yes, you can lift it up to see, but you can take this label. I just haven't done mine yet. And you can remove it and place it right here so that you always know what color you have. And you could also do the same like here, even though, just so that you can see easily. But these are felt. And so the stamping, let's see, I'm just going to, it's a different, we have not had felt stamp pads we used to, and then we moved away from it, and now we're, I think, back to felt. So I'm just going to, and this stamp is brand new, so we'll see if it's seasoned or not yet. How it can have that oil left over from processing. I tried to remove that. Ooh, and it looks great. So there's really nothing different about, stamping with this. And when you get a new stamp, a lot of times I just go like this, and the oils on my skin will remove the film that is left over from the process of making the stamp. So that's just a little tip. So, so this is very easy to use. I like also, our old stamp sets. We are the only ones, I think, that had our stamps so that the actual ink was upside down when it was being stored, and that keeps your ink pad fresh. Hi, Sherilyn. Oh, I love it. Thank you for joining. And so when you're storing your ink, when the ink's going facing down, it's keeping your ink pad, fresh, right? And the ink to the top of your ink pad. So they still are doing that. These will fit if you have a storage for your ink pads now. These will still fit probably in whatever you still have. And then we also have a new hybrid black ink pad. And this is taking in place of the Memento ink pad that we had, and it's taking place of the StazOn ink pad. And the difference between the two is the StazOn, if you were using any kind of water, like, inks or whatnot, that could sustain. It had more, it had a more of a pigment that it could handle water and it wouldn't run. And this, and the Memento was just our basic black. It was a very good quality ink, right? So they took and they combined them and created this hybrid ink. So you can use this for both, using it when you're using like coloring of any kind with markers or watercolors, whatever. So I suggest though that you let it dry a little bit if you are going to apply some kind of water base coloring. And so this will stain your ink or your stamps. It doesn't hurt the how they work or anything like that. They suggest that you use Stampin' Mist. It's a stamp cleaner. Stampin' Up has had stamping mists forever. In fact, I just found a bunch of bottles that I've had. But it's really nice and crisp. And now if I wanted to do like a wash around this, I just got to wait a little bit. I just want to make sure that it's good and dry, even though, it's not going anywhere as I touch it. But, just a thing to think about. This will show you how old this Stampin' Mist is. I bet you I've had this for 20 some years. You can order it, and you'll get it as an 8-ounce bottle like this, which is a refill bottle. But and then I don't know if you can still get the 2-ounce bottle that you would put your refill in, but you just would spray your ink pad, and if you don't care if it stays stained, it's not a big deal. But you can either spray directly on your stamp, or you can spray it on a pad and stuff. But I'm just going to spray it on here. And again, you probably don't really. I don't know. It just depends on what you feel. So, and then that cleans that off. But it could still stain, but that's okay. It's not leaving any ink on there to, transfer onto any other projects you have. So those are our inks, and I just wanted to show you because they are a little different, but they're very easy to use. And I think it's going to be really nice to have just the one ink pad for doing all of our general stamping. Then we have some other products that are pretty cool. And I just kind of was playing with them. So we have some new dies. So I have the bundle. Let's see, what's this called? Phrases and Frames. And so this is from the stamp set that Susan Campfield, she's $1 million seller and a very sweet lady, great friend of mine. And this is her stamp set. And so this is a really cool stamp set because it has really nice sentiments. Anniversaries are for celebrating the joys of today, the memories of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. Thinking of you, sending prayers and heartfelt sympathy to you and your family. Have a fabulous day. Happiest birthday wishes. I didn't forget your birthday. I just wanted it to last longer. Sending you hugs. Happy anniversary. May your day be filled with love and happiness. So, I mean, that's a really nice stamp set for that. I love how it addresses the anniversaries. That could be for anything, retirement, it could be, or for a job. It could be, it doesn't have to be wedding and stuff. And I like how that sentiment kind of breaks that down, and you can use it for anything, right? It isn't all about just being married. And then there's a die set that goes with this. And now the fun thing about this die set, it is a embossing die set, and that is new. So what you can do with this is I bought a impressions pad, and this is new. And so what this is an impressions plate. And so what it does is after you cut your die, you can run it again through your machine, and then it will emboss. So it makes your die cutting 3D. So let me show you what I mean by that. So I ran, and I'll do one to show you. So these dies, they are frames, right? So you have this one little cute little frame. It's got some detail in there. It's hard to see. And then it cuts out a centerpiece that's solid that you can use on another project, or you could bump up your frame. Like I have one here. You could put this on a card, pop up this part, and it becomes like a 3D, if that makes sense, right? So you have, this is also the frame. It's got a lot of detail. And then you have this left over, and then you have this smaller one, and then you have this left over, and then you have this teeny tiny one. So I ran them through to practice this, to see how this all works. And so this was the larger frame, and I don't know if you can see, but it embossed. So the first time around, it cuts it, and then the second time around, it does that great, embossing. This was the second frame. See all that nice texture? And then this was the inside. Now I can totally use this for something else, right? And it's got a nice little finished line. You can't really see too much, but it looks very finished. This is the other smaller little frame. So it's really fun because it adds a lot of texture. This is another stamp set that we have. This is a bundle. It's Opulent Oasis. and it has a die set and a stamp set. And this particular die is also able to be used with the impression plate. And so I did that, and look at the detail on that. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is something that is new, and that we will, I'm sure, be having more dies come out that work. I did this, and then I was playing, because another new thing that we have is these white gel pens, and you get a pack of 2. And so I thought, well, I'm going to see what it's like to I just played with the gel pen, and I just kind of did that just to see how it looked and to give this accent, right? So it's kind of fun. You know, I was just playing. And then this is like a leftover piece. So of course you can use this for anything. So that's those. So let me show you what you do to get this impression. So I'm going to do this one. So you do your sandwich like you normally would. So I have, this would be my normal plate. This is my second one. And then I'm going to put my cutting plate down. And I think I'm just going to use this leftover white piece from, and then I'm going to put this down like I normally would, right? And then, oh yeah, forgot what I was doing. All right, so I'm going to go throw this in my machine, because that's just your normal plate, your normal sandwich. So I'm going to put this through. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. I'm going to keep this plate. Do you think I should? So this is an extra piece. I don't need that in the next run. Look at this thing. Oh my dear Lord, I need to fix this. There is a process, you know. I've had this plate 2 years, 3 years, and I could get this so that it's totally without any paper fibers, and it's nice and shiny again. There's a technique. I need to do it. Someday I will maybe demonstrate that, because it is kind of cool. It will look like this again, even though this one's kind of right. All right, so I have my die. I want to keep this in place, okay? Actually, I can get rid of this too. All right, now I'm going to build. So, and it says what to do when you get your impression plate. It will show you, first you need to cut, you know, like we normally did. So I just did that, right? So if I'm going to emboss, I want to keep the paper in place in the die. And then I want my first panel, and then I want my second panel, and it says right here, you know, 1 and 2, and these are numbered right here. That's 1 and that's 2. And I want to face up the die. So I want it the opposite way of when I cut. When I cut, I have the die the other way, right? Because this would be my cutting pad. When you're embossing, you're reversing that. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to place, the next thing you see in the layer in the sandwich is your impression plate. So I'm going to put that down. Okay. And then the last thing to the sandwich is your number 4, and that is the same plate that you use when you're doing embossing. So, and that is the number 4. So that's even on your plate. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to run that through my machine. Okay. So I'm taking off my 4. Taking off my, what's this thing called again? Impression plate. And here is my die. And when I take it out, can you see how embossed that is? Super cool, right? So you just really, it's just a sandwich, and you just have to, instead of, when you're cutting this, it's this way. And when you're embossing, it's paper side up or blade side up. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Super fun though, and we will have way more, I'm sure, of these dies available. And I don't know, I don't know if this works for any die. I mean, I know it worked for this particular set, and I knew this one die was an impression one. Should we try it? I don't know. I don't want to wreck anything. Let's see. If I try, these are dies. These are kind of solid dies though, so I don't know that it would do anything. All right, well, these are leaves. Let's try it. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how this works. All right, so I'm going to make my sandwich. I'm going to do my normal thing, right? So there's that. Here's my cutting plate. I just need a piece of, whoops. Oh gosh, I just knocked over my supplies. Let me see. Let me grab another piece of paper here to cut. All right. So this is just a scratch piece of paper. I'm going to throw this down here. So we're just going to run this through like we normally would, right? So let's run that through. Whoops. I guess we never know until we try. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so maybe this won't work because there's really nothing to emboss. Well, we'll try it. This might be a bad one to try. So we've got our number 2. And we need to, I have to look at this again. So we've got our 1 and our 2. We've got our die. And then let's put down my plate. I think I should have picked one that has more open. Like an outline one. We'll experiment. We'll do one with the outline too. Let's do that and just see what happens. So I'm going to run this through real quick. Okay. It's an experiment. So this might not do anything. Oops. It didn't really do much but this is not an outline. So let's try it with an actual outline one, right? So we will do this again. Going to build our sandwich, and we've got, this has an outline versus this one. It did not. So let's cut this out. And put this one on top. All right. So we want to keep our paper inside the die, right? And we are going to turn it now facing up. And so our sandwich is 1, 2, our die with the paper. And then we're going to put our impression plate on. And then we're going to use our number 4. And we'll run it through and see what happens. Wait a second. Was I supposed to have it too? Oh, yeah. I didn't need this other plate. I had an extra plate in there. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, no number 3. And then the impression plate, and then 4. All right. Well, it's hard to see. There is a little bit as compared to, like, it did emboss. It's hard to see. It is a little bit more embossed than if I didn't do that. But again, right now, as far as I know, there's only this stamp set or die set and the Opulent Oasis that are actually created for impression die cutting. So there's more coming, right? But it is fun. It's fun to experiment. I mean, it did give it a little bit more, because if you see the back, you can see that it's pushed up a little bit more. Like that isn't. And of course, this is an outline die. I hope that makes sense. So it did work a little bit, but these are made more for this purpose, because look at the detail that they have in the actual die. You know, these aren't meant for that, but it does work, you know, so play around with it. It can't hurt any of your dies that you have. But again, I mean, it's super fun. And again, I just played with the gel pen just to see how it would look, you know, because that is definitely an embossed impression, right? And this is how it would look that was how it came out when I just ran it through. So pretty cool, right? So this is the future of our dies. I'm sure that um, we are going to have a lot more options to do this, and super fun. But yeah, this does look puffier, you know? And so if this had a stamped image, right? This particular, let me see, the stamp set, because that's the, oh yeah, it does have a stamped image. So I bet if I stamped this and ran that through, it might have had a little more detail. I mean, it definitely pushed it up. It's kind of hard for you guys to see that. But anyway, I think that's a super fun thing that they're coming out with. It gives us other options with our dies, and you know, more dimension on our cards or our face or our you know, scrapbooking books and that kind of thing. So super excited about that. And I do like the fact that our stamp pads eventually are all going to be, you know, magnetic. And I just like that, because if you are like creating and you have like 5 different colors you're working on, it's nice to be able to, hi Barb, and it's so nice to have the caps and covers, you know, stick right to it, so you're not sitting there looking, you know. And once you color code them, you know, when they're open, you aren't going to make that mistake. You know, if you're putting the color strip that's on the back here, once you put those here and here, you know, when you have all these open and you're working with 5 different inks possibly, you know, just put this colored sticker here, and you know, it's so nice. And when you're working, you know, just flip it over, and or they also stick together, so you could do your watercoloring and all that kind of stuff. So super nice way to, I think, you know, these pads are going to be great. I really am happy with that. It is different with the die. Yes, yes. So did that make sense? I mean, I kind of went rogue and was trying something different, of course, with a regular die. But yeah, don't you think this is going to be fun? I just think it's awesome. You know, and this does, oh, this actually does not have a matching flower or stamp. I was thinking this was this, but it's not. It's very similar, but it isn't the exact same flower center. But you could certainly stamp it, cut it out, and, you know, you could put it on top of this to make another dimension if you wanted. But super fun stuff, though. What else did I get? Anything? I have some other things on my way, and I will be happy to share those when I get them. But yeah, so think about the impression plate. You know, it might not be that you can use it a whole lot right now. I mean, you know, besides the 2 stamp sets that I know have impression dies, but I know that more will be coming. And so the 2 sets again that have the impression dies are the Opulent Oasis. That's the stamp set. No, it's these dies here. And I think that's why, if you look at the actual packaging, so see how this one is a little different. It stands out. I think this is because this is an impression die. And these, I don't know if it says it in the catalog because I can't show you the catalog yet, but these are all impression dies. And so this set is the Phrases and Frames die set, and that's a bundle. And then this is the Opulent Oasis, and that's in a bundle too. And this is the only one. I mean, we did try doing the leaves, and it did pop it out a little bit. So, but this background die versus one that's got a bunch of detail in it, you know, the actual die itself. You know, does that make sense? But super cute. I mean, look at that. That's going to be so fun. You can layer them. You know, I've done a few. Stuff, that one's got a lot of texture to it. This is the biggest one as far as the frames go. So I really, really think it's going to be a fun thing. Yeah, I can't really say a whole bunch, but yeah, there's some other things coming up. So yeah, so May 5th, the new catalog comes live. So if you want them, or if you place your first order, you know, you will get a catalog as far as demonstrators, right? So Barb, you would do that. But yeah, I think the frames are really cute, and you can use them because they're frames. I mean, just think of all the sentiments you can put these with, or, you know, you can make a cute little, you know, picture frame, right? If you had like a picture to put in here, or a stamp of a silly character or something. I mean, you know, you can do a lot with these, you know, they're just frames. And so I like that. And put them on a scrapbook page, you know, it'd be super fun too. So, well, if you guys have any questions, I hope Sherry, that helped, you know, show you how they work. You know, and we used to have kind of an impression plate before, I think, a long time ago. This one's a little different, and it's a nice rubber. I mean, it's really nice and durable. It doesn't feel like it's gonna rip, you know. Yeah. But Barb, did you see these papers? Did you guys see the papers again? Oh, these papers are so dang nummy. And this is, I'm going to go back down here. Isn't that awesome? If you have not seen this yet, go online. I think you can see. But I love the water. The reflection is so cool. And the colors are gorgeous. I mean, isn't that fun, you guys? That just is such a cool paper. And I love this kind of background too, because you can do so many fun things with that. It's just so pretty. Oh, love it, love it, love it. So that is part of the Sunset Coast suite. And these dies are so awesome. I mean, if you think about it, you put this paper, right, and it's shimmering, and then you put this die, which is a beautiful like sunset, and you put that behind this paper on the horizon. I'm sorry. It is just such a cool thing. I have seen so much pretty stuff that's been made with this already. Yes, it's Haisu. It is just beautiful. And then when you add the shimmer vellum in this suite too, I mean, it's a vellum, and it's soft on the one side, meaning it's just a soft look. It's more like a vellum. And then on the front, it's got this gorgeous shimmer. And that comes in 3 different colors. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even tell you what the names of the new colors were. But these are just, oh, it's just so nummy. So this suite is like, I had to get the suite. That's the only like actual suite so far that I've bought, you know, and it's got these beautiful things. But the new colors, just to say, it's Peaceful Pine. So it's a really pretty green. I love, this is my favorite one. It's Hydrangea Hue. I mean, oh, just nummy. This is a Golden Glow. I like this because it's a soft kind of gold. It's not in your face, right? It's just this really pretty warm color. This one's Crisp Cantaloupe. So that is really fun. And then we have this Barely Blush. And this is the one that it's like, you could tell it's pink, but it's really barely there. But it's pretty. It's very subtle. So those are the new in colors. And so the new stamp pads eventually are all going to turn to this format or whatever. But right now you can only get them in the new in colors. But they're coming. So I just am so excited. Lots of fun things. So if you want a catalog, reach out to me. I will be glad to send one out to you. And yeah, I look forward to all the fun things I see that people are going to start making as soon as this goes live. We're just waiting. I have another order in the hamper right now. I just have to pull the trigger. So, but with that, I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week, and I will see you next week. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.